Welcome in, everyone, and thank you for joining the 16th annual NAMIWalks event. I'm Tyler Coe, host and creator of the Mental Health Show. How are we today? And I'm honored to be your MC for this tremendous event. And you know, today is a really great day to recognize that mental health affects every single one of us. I myself suffer from a mental illness. You know somebody like me. Maybe you're somebody who suffers from an affliction as well. No matter how it affects you, we're all in this together. And a lot of us know that feeling when we're lost in the dark, when we're alone, we're confused, we're scared, and man, it is hard to see hope in the darkness. But I promise you this, that there are people that are looking for you, looking to find you. And that's what today really is all about, is finding each other. And that's what people are doing right now, reaching out to help you, to help others. And I'm so excited for what we're going to be doing today because it's a great reminder of all of that. And there are people that are reaching out to make sure that we take meaningful steps to help mental health education, support, and resources thrive in our communities. And this day really is possible because of our amazing NAMI volunteers, our staff, our board of directors, and our generous sponsors that I'm going to talk about later in the show. But a special thanks to Integral Care. Guys, they're our platinum sponsor. They've been there from the jump 16 years ago for the original NAMIWalks. And it's of course made possible because of you. Because of all of you that have committed to raising funds to help support NAMI and in turn, helping raise awareness for mental health. So with that, don't take it from me. Let's listen to what you had to say about NAMIWalks.
I'm walking for not only my partner's mother, but my entire family and all the people who support mental health conditions and those who have lived experience with mental health conditions.
Whether you have conversations with these people or not, you know that they're walking the same road as you in one way or another.
Bringing my friends, bringing my family, even having brought my dog years past to the walk, I think is really important to just have that camaraderie.
I'm participating in the NAMI Walks today because it is vitally important that we help NAMI raise money.
As a member of the finance committee for NAMI Central Texas, I understand how important raising money is to ensure that all of the programming that NAMI provides, that the funds are there.
I think it is very important to bring awareness and to bring more people to get involved in mental health.
It's a way for me to honor my mom's memory and making sure that the community is aware of mental health support and resources.
I participate in NAMIWalks because I have lost too many friends to suicide where they were just like me, bipolar, they started feeling better, they quit taking their medication, and then life got too unbearable for them.
I'm participating in the walk because it lets me go further with my creativity. I not only get to walk this year, but I get to paint as well because we are virtual.
I'm participating in the walk to help stomp out stigma, and I feel that all of us doing our part to get the word out about NAMI is really a way for others to get help.
I'm able to be a lead presenter for the Ending the Silence presentation, where I'm able to go to the local schools and present this presentation about ending the silence, reducing the stigma around mental health. Had I had those presentations and that dialogue while I was in school, it's very possible that I wouldn't have gone down the road of chemical dependence. And so that is why I walk.
It's an opportunity for the community to see NAMI, to be exposed to NAMI and the services that are provided.
We lost our son to suicide after a long battle with severe depression, and that love and that energy, it has to go somewhere. It still exists, and we've got to put it somewhere, and we put it in the walk because we want to make sure that the world never loses another Jake.
The walk is a very important way for us to focus on the things that we all care about, the people we care about, and to help others who are in our community.
And this is a good way for me to help those in the community who lack the resources.
My good friend Anna Reed invited me to join her team this year, and she invited me previously, but I chose to go ahead and join and actively participate, not just donate.
NAMIWalks is important because it's really a time to come together, and while acknowledging the challenge that can go hand in hand with mental illness and mental health challenges.
So I'm doing it to prevent people from having mental breaks and to help people move through their mental illness and get some help.
You've just heard a handful of voices share why NAMIWalks matters to this community. Whether it is driven by people wanting to give back or by the very human need for connection, NAMIWalks unites the mental health community behind one idea: mental health for all. Hi, I'm Julie Almendral. I'm Vice President of the Board of Directors for NAMI Central Texas. And today I speak for the entire board when I welcome you to the 2021 NAMIWalks event. Some of you are new to this cause, and some have been walking with NAMI since the very beginning. And we're so happy that all of you are joining us here today. Yet there's an interesting duality around NAMIWalks that while we come together to acknowledge and validate the genuine challenges of mental illness, we also celebrate. We celebrate the systemic changes that are incrementally improving access to care, support, and services. We celebrate the families who finally know that they are not alone. We celebrate every individual who got the help they needed through our peer-led programming. And we celebrate and remember the remarkable lives of those lost too soon. We also celebrate how united we can be, even in the face of mental health conditions that are mysterious, confusing, and even life-threatening. This year, the duality of this event is even more apparent as we come together apart. Through the last 18 months, the mental health community has grappled with how to provide mental health support and resources in a fully virtual environment. Within weeks of the early shutdowns, our inspiring volunteers, dedicated staff, and visionary leadership worked tirelessly to tailor and expand programming to help meet the increasing needs of our community. This year alone, NAMI Central Texas has provided education and support to nearly 10,000 people. And that doesn't include the people who have called or emailed seeking help, resources, or empathy. 10,000 people this year, and it's only September. Our staff and volunteers have worked hard to ensure that wherever people are, positive conversations around mental health are happening too. This work includes education in schools and training centers, community nonprofits, faith communities, law enforcement agencies, and more. This year, NAMI Central Texas has made a substantial investment to expand our workplace programming when it is critically needed. 40% of workers experienced mental health issues this past year. That is double the year before. And NAMI Central Texas is uniquely qualified to help educate employees and supervisors to better understand mental health and the resources available to proactively address issues before a crisis happens. Since January 2021, almost 4,000 people have received mental health training through our workplace programming. And as we fully launch this new initiative, we anticipate it will impact thousands more and help them navigate a challenging time. Those of us who work in the mental health world have seen a shift in the understanding of mental health. More people than ever before have a sense of how difficult it can be to thrive and to even survive when your mental health is compromised. And while we believe this shift has been propelled by the uncertainty and the hardship of the past year, we know that because of you, your support, your outreach, and your courage, the change was already underway. Whether you are new to this cause or you've walked with NAMI from the beginning, you are strengthening this wave of change by being here with us today. These waves might feel smaller this year as you represent your walk by taking a walk through your neighborhood or spending a quiet day in the garden or perhaps a Zoom dance party. But even small movements create a ripple, and you are part of a significant movement to make mental health for all a reality. Thank you so much for being here with us today.
NAMI means to me supporting mental health.
NAMI means community to me. I feel like NAMI really emphasizes helping others and doing so without asking for much.
NAMI matters to me because it's a form of freedom. It's a way that we can come together and end a stigma.
NAMI was my rescue. As a caregiver of my mother for over 14 years, I came to NAMI in desperation, looking for help and hope.
It has done so many wonderful things for me and my family. It's helped my family understand my illness.
I love the idea of reducing the stigma around behavioral health and really all mental health or substance use services.
Because it's an opportunity for folks who have struggling, have family members who struggled, to not only seek out and get help for themselves or their loved ones, but it also gives a chance for you to give back.
On a community level, it is really filling in the gaps and providing essential education, support.
I took some of the classes that NAMI offered, and it was free. And I was desperate trying to find a way to help my daughter. It helped me realize that I'm not alone.
My family has mental health conditions, so it affects me personally, but I've also worked with many individuals who have mental health conditions, be able to live mentally healthy lives.
I had a brother who suffered from mental illness, and I don't think a lot of people like myself were aware of what mental illness really is.
And we need to put a spotlight on mental health and what mental health means, and not hide it in the closet as it's been for so many years.
One of their partners, Integral Care, helped me get on the right medication and get the right counseling I needed, and helped me get to the point where I can live a full life.
NAMI matters to me on a personal level because I have lived experience with depression as well as substance abuse.
I was facing a situation with a loved one in which they were experiencing a mental crisis, and I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what resources to turn to, and NAMI answered those questions for me.
Anything that shines a light on what's normally dark, I think is a very powerful thing. So I think NAMI is just doing something positive for our world.
NAMI matters to me because mental health really is for all. We want to make resources available to all. We don't want any parents to feel as lost and scared as we did.
My brother was diagnosed with clinical depression probably 30 years ago, and NAMI helped us learn how we should speak to David, how we should work with him for his mental wellness, and to do everything we could to make sure he was okay.
NAMI really does matter. I know it matters to me. I wouldn't be up on this stage without them. And you know, one of the most powerful parts about NAMI Walks is the ability to show people that you don't have to walk this journey by yourself. You can do it with so many others. So at this time, I want to recognize some of those people, part of the 88 teams, the hundreds of walkers that are making a difference and that have made a difference today. So we want to show you some of those people right now and talk about the teams that have contributed the most. Every team is important, but these 5 really, really showed their support. And that starts off with the conversation starters. They know NAMI better than anyone else. I mean, this is the NAMI Central Texas staff and friends team. Not only are the staff guiding programs and helping individuals and families in need, but they are also leaders in supporting financial needs of the organization. And of course, we have Ascension, Seton, Dell Medical Behavioral Health. These folks are literally on the front lines, guys, of mental health care in our community, serving families, educating future mental health professionals, in addition to supporting NAMI through the walk. Ascension Seton is also the generous sponsor for Mind Matters, NAMI's free community education event. And then we have Hope Walks. Hope Walks is led by the Mental Health Ministry of Hope Presbyterian Church. They are leading the way both locally and nationally to get more churches educated on how to support people in their own communities facing mental health challenges. They are walking to ensure that everybody, specifically members of LGBTQIA+, and guys, to know that you are not alone in that fight. And our second team that has donated so much, Housing Advocates. When Julie spoke earlier about the people who've walked with NAMI from the beginning, she was talking in part about the Housing Advocates. Guys, these are members of this dedicated team that have walked with NAMI Central Texas from day one, never wavering in their support for NAMI. This team is committed to the principle that people who live with serious mental illness need the appropriate person-centered supports, such as housing, to reach recovery and well-being. And our number one team, TCSO Cares. TCSO Cares is not only leading the NAMIWalks Central Texas event and breaking local records, but they are leading the nation in funds raised to support NAMI's work. Led by our top walker, Sheriff Sally Hernandez, TCO Cares is working to create a stronger partnership between mental health community and law enforcement, which is so unbelievably important. And we also want to recognize some of our individual sponsors. Of course, I just mentioned Sally Hernandez as one of those people, but we also have to give it up to Scotty Seaman, who's raised over $13,000. We have Marilyn Hartman, who's raised almost $10K. Louis Salvino, Marisha Oaks, all of these individuals have raised this money because that's how much they care. That's how much our community cares. And now I'd like to share this message kind of highlighting the amazing work that Integral Care, because you've heard a lot about that during this program. So our top sponsor for this program, and we have a message from CEO David Evans to talk about community.
Integral Care helps our community build health and well-being, so everyone has the foundation to reach their full potential.
We support adults and children living with mental illness, substance use disorders, and intellectual and developmental disabilities.
We look out for our clients' whole health.
The whole person, body and mind.
We have provided integrated mental and primary health care at our clinics since 2010.
Because mental health and physical health go hand in hand.
We know that poor mental health can negatively impact someone's physical health.
And chronic health conditions like diabetes can negatively impact someone's mental health.
We also know that psychiatric medications can affect someone's weight, blood pressure, cholesterol, and sleep. So we always include primary care as part of the treatment plan.
I came into Integral Care with so many needs. I had a lot of chronic health conditions. Good morning. Good morning. Integral Care made sure to provide me with the services I needed to get healthy.
I've had an addiction problem for 13 years. Started coming over to Integral Care, getting help with my addiction. They've helped me with housing, some dental work, and eyeglasses. Now I've been clean for about 11 months, and it feels great.
Integral Care is helping my family change our lives for the better.
I am getting better. I am making progress.
They've really helped me change my life.
It's about the whole health of a client.
Caring for the whole person.
We are a certified community behavioral health clinic.
We are Integral Care.
We are Integral Care.
We are Integral Care.
It's a great day. I'm David Evans, Chief Executive Officer with Integral Care, Travis County's Mental Health and Intellectual and Developmental Disabilities Authority. Well, I'm honored to represent Integral Care today because we're here for NAMIWalks 2021. Well, Integral Care has been a sponsor now of this NAMIWalks for some 16 years, and I'm proud to be part of such vital work in our community. Well, while we walk for so many reasons, we walk to raise awareness around mental health conditions, some clear understandings of these brain-based disorders. We raise funds for critical work and education. We work together to end stigma that continues around our understanding of mental illness. And we also walk for our own mental health exercise is so important for our own mental well-being. So, times of crisis, uncertainty, self-care is so part of weathering this storm, and each and every one of us need to also focus and take care of ourselves. Walking, connectedness, and even virtually can improve our mental health, and I'm so proud that so many of our integral care staff have become part of the Team Incredibles, and they are incredible to be part of this walk today. So again, this is valued work. We're so honored to join you to join in with NAMI of Central Texas. And so thank you. Thank you, Central Texas NAMI, for empowering people who experience mental illnesses. Those families are deeply affected. And many thanks to all of you for being part of this event today, NAMIWalks 2021.
Hi, I'm Senator Sarah Eckhart, and I'm here to join with you in both the challenges and the celebration that is today in the NAMI Walk. So I'm a state senator, but before I was a state senator, I was the county judge. And about 18 months ago, me and the rest of the emergency response team in Austin and Travis County were up in Maryland at a FEMA training where we were pretending to be in a major ice storm that had shut down the city. While we were pretending that we were in a major ice storm, a worldwide pandemic was raging across Asia into Europe and making its way toward us. Before we left Maryland, before we left that simulated ice storm, we became aware of our very first COVID-19 cases in the state of Texas. And so before even leaving Maryland, as the county judge, it was my job to declare a disaster in my home county and in my hometown. We returned to Austin and we put our emergency response team together, which included the sheriff, the police department, emergency medical services, integral care, the mayors of all of our cities, our superintendents, our hospital networks, and we came together on a daily basis to discuss what we were experiencing and what we were about to experience. We shut down our festival economy. We shut down our restaurants. We shut down our schools. We began preparing for grief inside of our hospitals and inside of our nursing homes. It was a very, very difficult time. I felt overwhelmed with emotion. But the overwhelm that I felt on that daily basis, talking about what we were facing, was nothing in comparison to what individuals in our community were experiencing. In those 18 months, 4 in 10 adults have reported symptoms of anxiety and depression. That's up from 1 in 10 before the pandemic. The rate of girls ages 12 to 17 who were seen in emergency rooms after suicide attempts rose 50%. And the number of drug overdose deaths increased by close to 30%. This has been a difficult time where all of us have been struggling with a sense of overwhelm, struggling with how to manage an emotional tumult that we could not prevent. But the silver lining in that experience is that it has brought a much greater understanding community-wide of our common struggle for mental wellness, for emotional resilience. The silver lining is this situation has brought a common understanding of anxiety, depression, substance use disorder, because we've all experienced it. And that creates belonging. That creates a sense that we are not alone, that we can understand one another when we are in that overwhelmed feeling, that it truly is a common struggle and we all play a role in overcoming that common struggle. What was once taboo has become our common conversation. We have made breakthroughs in how we address our common struggle. We have expanded telemedicine. We have expanded services in our community. And as we've socially distanced, we've found new ways to reach out to one another, to show that belonging, to show that love, and to show that connection. And that's where community organizations like NAMI of Central Texas come in. NAMI provides education, support, and resources to all of us, to our friends, to our family, and to ourselves, as we are looking for ways out of that darkness. We become more aware of the steps that we need to take individually, within our families, and within our communities to make sure we address emotional resilience early, so that we don't find ourselves in courtrooms or emergency rooms, which are the last place, not the first place, where we should begin to address our mental wellness. NAMI provides education in schools, so students, teachers, and staff know what to look for and know how to help. NAMI provides education in the workplace, in our faith communities, and in our law enforcement communities, so we know what to look for and we know how to help. And today, as we gather, NAMI is providing us this wonderful annual opportunity in the NAMI Walk for us to show that we will dedicate our time, that we will share our experiences, and we will contribute our dollars to the support of great organizations like NAMI for our shared, common, community mental health. So I'm asking you to donate what you can today. I know you're already dedicating your time because you're watching this. Donate what you can in terms of resources to NAMI. If you've got a few bucks to put toward it, that makes our whole community more resilient. And finally, share with your family and with your community your own struggles with mental health, to show that we are not alone, to show that we all belong. Thank you so much.
We've been trying to expand our outreach to minority communities where there's a lot of stigma, or there can be a particular kind of stigma about mental health issues. The African American, Latinx, Asian communities, communities of faith, and you can pretty much find a group that would fit your needs within NAMI. We've been doing outreach to the LGBTQ community because of the issues that community faces as well with regards to mental health. So you can really find your own tribe or your own group within NAMI Central Texas.
I'm just really proud of NAMI Central Texas and how it's been able to shift over the past year and a half to continue serving the Central Texas community.
And I think to be a friend, to support a community member is really helpful, especially now amongst the pandemic that we're going through.
And certainly in the time of COVID right now, there are even more people who are dramatically affected.
I think it's important to know that the services are free and that it's an area where you can be honest with people who are caring, compassionate, and just wanting to be there to help you.
I mean, there's just so many things that if people are made aware of it specifically, that they can know that that's available to them.
NAMI is there for everyone. I know there are programs in Spanish also, and there are culturally sensitive people, including people of color who are in leadership positions and as teachers. And that's very important because a lot of times culture is very, very important. I'm Mexican American, and so I recognize that. It's not one size fits all, and I think NAMI has done very well in helping people of different cultures.
We want to be able to support more people, and participating in the fundraising efforts is wonderful, as well as participating in the programming.
It's just a way to freedom and a way to end stigma.
NAMI is a worldwide or nationwide organization that actually advocates for people with mental illness and for their families to try and get legislation that protects us, that takes away the stigma, and also gets funding for mental health, which is so desperately needed.
NAMI has made me feel seen without judgment. It makes me feel less shame and more bravery.
My son died in 2014, and I reached out to NAMI, and then I became aware of all of the services that they offered. Someone had suggested I call NAMI.
You may or may not be a family member or an individual who's experienced mental health challenges, but maybe you know someone who has or is. I think it's important for folks to know that NAMI has resources available to many, if not all, of our people in our community.
You know, mental health is very much something that you can find the solutions to live with.
And we really focus on 3 pillars, which is education, support, and advocacy. All of our programmings, with the exception of our workforce presentations, are free. And so it's for people who may not want to go to therapy, but just need the additional support and understanding maybe their own mental health conditions or the mental health conditions of their loved ones, family members, and friends.
I think it's a great organization and very friendly, and they reach out to you with any questions or doubts you have.
I didn't know before I got more involved that they were doing things like helping with mental health training for our police officers, you know, and our clergy members, and as well as teachers and parents and peers and people actually living with a mental health condition. You know, their involvement goes all the way through our community, and it's so important and it's so vital.
You don't have to have all the answers, and it's okay not to have the answers, because NAMI has the resources and the support to help guide you in the direction of getting the answers that you need.
Today has been so special, guys. All the videos, all of our guests, our speakers, Julie, Senator Eckhart, and of course our message from CEO David Evans at Integral Care. It's been a really special day, and it's about to get even more special, because just now during the show, I've been informed that we have reached our goal that we had set out for ourselves, $270,000. That is all thanks to everybody that participated, our teams, our sponsors, you at home, even if it was $1, it doesn't matter. It helped us get to our goal, which is so unbelievably exciting. And guys, we're just gonna continue to raise the bar, because that's what it's gonna be about, is moving those goalposts so we can make sure that every single person gets the care that they need. But we are all so proud of you, and thank you so much for your donations to make this possible. And it's to all of you guys that if you ran a 5K today, or you hopped on the treadmill, or we did arts and crafts, or if you simply just like went outside to have a moment with a friend sitting on a park bench, you made this happen. It's so important to remember that those things are so beneficial not only to your mental health, but it helps out other people, to let us know that we are not alone in any of this. So I want to leave you with a reminder that together we really can change our community when it comes to mental health, that we can break down the barriers for education, resources, support. You've heard us talking about that today throughout all of our speakers and our videos. And together, you know, we can walk, we can even dance towards a future where everybody can get the mental health that they need. And I do want to leave you guys with this, because I think maybe some of you need to hear this today, but you are worth getting help. Please get help. You are owed it. Find somebody that can begin that journey, because give yourself the right to exist. At the very least, that is what you are owed in this reality. And I promise you, if you do get help, and if you help others like everybody involved today, your life is going to be spectacular. Your miracles are going to be brighter. Your dreams more vivid. It is all going to taste better, guys. And I'll remind you as well that all of us still have time to be the hero that we want to be in our lives. Okay, there's time still left on the clock. So give that to yourself, give that to others. And to end this special day, we have a special treat for you guys. This is a tradition that we do every single year. We have some good friends at Austin Samba that are gonna play us out. So guys, take it away.
We've been trying to expand our outreach to minority communities where there's a lot of stigma, or there can be a particular kind of stigma about